Okay, 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 okay. Wrong thing. It's a griffin. I promise I have a sidereal character sheet somewhere. Allegedly. Huzzah! I found it. I mean, sky nights out, tits out, right? That's, is that how it goes? Okay, so Sidereals. I don't know where Dave is, so it might just be us for a couple minutes, but that's okay. Fine holiday fun. So, what do you think? Oh, hi everyone. This is Logan. I'm from the Story Told RPG podcast. This is my one of my fellow hosts, Griffin. We're just fiddling around today, testing something out, seeing if we bringing character or building character rather. We're proud members of the D20 Radio Network, as well as partnered with Fool's Moon Entertainment, and we're affiliated with Fanroll Dice by Metallic Dice Games. Enter the code Story Told 10 into your order to receive 10% off. With that said, we're looking at Sidereals. I'm trying to see if we need to bring this programming back. I did it a year or so ago. I was doing it on Monday nights, but I think it's more of like a monthly program. I think doing it every week is a lot. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. What do you think, Griffin? Thoughts? Opinions? That is fair. That is fair. But I thought we'd like play with some sidereal magic here because I know Griffin loves them, and I need to figure out how to make one because I find third edition way more complicated than other editions personally. But that's a me thing. Uh huh. Yeah, that part. That part. That part right there. Well, where's the character creation section? Ah! There we go. Cool. So, Griffin, what do you think makes a good sidereal? Like, conceptually? Sure. Did you say wait? Did you say unholy powered sorcery? I happen to believe Solar should be a little more heroic than that. couldn't by that logic the Bronze faction and Immaculate Philosophy, like, doesn't that apply to them? Mhm. Good to know. Good to know. Huh. 1 second. I did not have a form fillable sheet, so this is going to be really fun. Is that what you're cooking for dinner? Huh. So, what are your thoughts on like a sidereal that is running from that fate? Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that I yeah. That's a very good question. And I keep coming back to this idea of like an endings or a secrets who is just constantly on the run from the bureau and like doesn't want to accept and embrace what they were literally born to do. Uh, I don't know, maybe. So exalted. Well, that's a messy question. Uh, exalted is a love. It is basically the love child of Final Fantasy and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is how I've always pitched it. In which, as player characters, you play people chosen in one form or another by the gods of a land called creation. There is, yeah, I think that's probably the quickest pitch. Sidereals themselves are the chosen of the maidens and therefore the servants of fate. They are separated into 5 separate castes. That would be Journeys, then Serenity, is it battles or is it battles, secrets, then endings? That would be Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Um, yes. Um, Other exalts are solars, who are chosen by the king, for lack of a better term, of the gods, the unconquered sun. Lunars, chosen by Luna, the moon. There are terrestrial exalted, who bear the blood of the five elemental dragons, who basically keep creationing, um, more or less. You have abyssals, who serve the Neverborn, who are corrupted solars. You have infernals, who are also corrupted solars, who serve Hell or Malpheus, depending on how you want to call it. You have exigents, which are exalts that are chosen of particular powerful gods, and they can be virtually anything. Griffin's more into them than I am. I will be fully transparent about that. uh, there's a few other types, but for the purposes of this exercise, not 100% necessary. Um, sure. I made a big boo boo, Griffin. I got dates mixed up, and that's what that's what Dave was talking about earlier when he said, "Oh, we're gonna do it twice in the month." Apparently, this is supposed to be on the 5th, not tonight. Okay, Okay. Well, we're here. Yes. We're here, and we're going to make Sidereals. Or a Sidereal. I don't know if you're going to make one too. Oh yeah, and and everyone has their own system. I tend to build my charms around my favorite abilities or attributes, depending on the type of exalt I'm making, and like kind of break it down. I'm very type A about it. Like, oh well, this is like a core ability for my concept, so four of my charms will come from this. Like, I'm real weird about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I weirdly start small, like heroic farm boy or quiet stagehand or something like that, and I let it get bigger as I make it. Um, I've been you're gonna laugh at me. I've been reading a lot of Anne of Green Gables lately, and I kind of want to make a sidereal who is very like Anne, like a little orphan, very in earnest, feels things a little too much, a little too deeply, and is kind of always getting themselves into trouble, but like without meaning to, and generally having good intentions. But I do think I want someone to be a little bit on the outside of things and make a Ronin, so not part of any allegiance. I was thinking secrets. I think Serenity could also work, but it might be a little too on the nose. Well, I think if we go too into the nitty gritty, we're never going to get stats to a page on on the episode. I think the five casts, like the secrets, journeys, battles, endings, and serenity, kind of give you an idea of what they're a little about. Personally, um, so we're gonna go with secrets. Where is my PDF? I cannot wait to get the physical book. Soul Solars are definitely my favorite. My second favorite, and I'm not a big fan of new Exalt types in third edition generally, but I do like these new counterpoints to the Sidereals that are coming. What are they called? Yes, them I like. I find them very fascinating. Hmm. Right, right, right. So to kind of, since we're making a secret, so we will go into some ideas for concept of these that they give you, like absent-minded savant, all-knowing spy master, exposer of the wicked, heavenly crime lord, kindly teacher, scheming trickster, self-taught prodigy. I'm going with a wandering orphan. And I'm gonna really upplay that mystery side of this character. I don't know what I'm gonna name them yet, though. Optional step: birth sign and exaltation sign. We get astrology and exalted. Okay, here for it. um, I don't know what I want my birth sign and my exaltation sign to be quite honest. So I will come back to that in a little bit. Oh, yeah, no, I know. There's five for each of them, um, but I don't know which one I want yet for either. I suppose we could. Da, da, da. Let's see. So that is investigation, larceny, lore, occult, and stealth. Du, 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 du. Where is astrology? Here we go. Let's see. So we have the Guardians. They rule practical wisdom and knowledge, gained through experience. The sign of shamans, midwives, those selling talismans and other wonders. I don't think that's right. The key is scholarly knowledge, secrets revealed by intellectual efforts. Physicians, scavenger princes, tinkers, junk sellers, and primates. That's a weird way to put that. The mask. hmm. Yes, they broke the mask, and that's why no one remembers them. The mask rules secret wisdom and concealed knowledge as the sign of spies, priests, and archivists. In its positive aspect, it conceals trade secrets, religious mysteries, information held in confidence, and rites of initiation. In negative aspects, the knowledge is hidden because of greed, fear, doubt, or self superiority. It's the sign in which the Jade Prison, where all the solar shards were kept while they disappeared after the usurpation. Don't worry about the usurpation for now unless you get into the game. Uh, you have the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer rules mystical wisdom and the secrets of power as the sign of the exalted god sorcerer. No, not that. The Treasure Trove. The Treasure Trove rules revealed wisdom, shared knowledge, and divination. It also encompasses ordeals overcome through personal prowess and rewards won thereby. It is the sign of servants, teachers, fortune tellers, and revolutionaries seeking popular support. That one. That one. Okay, so since we're going ahead and doing this, let's look at our birth sign, the sign I was born under. Let's see. So we can go with journeys, which is the captain, the gull, the mast, the messenger, and the ship's wheel. Hmm. The gull could be interesting for an orphan. It's a sign of stray dogs, unhoused people, and itinerant monks. Okay, okay, the gull could be very interesting. Let's look at some of the House of Serenity too. Next, the Ewer, which Griffin mentioned earlier. I don't think that's right. The Lovers. Slavery, poverty, sexual. I think The Lovers is a little too dark for what I want. Oh, okay. The Peacock deals with adoption and fostering, bright colors, diplomacy, distraction. The Peacock could be interesting. The Pillar. The Pillar rules relationships tested by time. It's a sign of parenthood, sovereignty, platonic relationships, family, friends, coworkers, business partners, and acquaintances, casual drink. So it's about stable. No, I think we're gonna go with the Gull from the from Journeys. And just to reread that, the Gull rules journeys made for their own sake and unmotivated by desire for profit, except perhaps a day's wage. It's a sign of stray dogs, unhoused people, and itinerant monks. The Gull encompasses journeys of self examination and change as well as literal travel. In its positive aspect, travel brings the freedoms of the road, opportunities to share outsiders' perspectives, and unexpected rewards while self. Who's talking? Oh! Hi, Mom. Oh, I basically settled on the Gull. 100%. Um, because it. I lost the page. 1 second. Where did it go? Because it dealt with like homeless people, introspection, irresponsibility, but also it's the sign of stray dogs and unhoused people. It seemed appropriate for an orphan. I think this character might have been for the Varangia city states. I think that I do. I do. There's something weird about it, but I really like it. Right. So the Varangia city states is this collection of city states that are ruled by a very heavily defined caste system in which they use astrology to determine a person's place in life and their job. Literally every aspect of their lives is dictated by astrology. I think it's really fun for a sidereal to come from there because they kind of sidestep all of it in a lot of respects. But I think this character has a chart, obviously, but grew up in an orphanage, and not a great chart. At least there were a lot of confusing aspects to it that they couldn't figure out. So they said, "Well, no one knows who this kid belongs to. Put him here because they're not going to amount to much because you have A, B, C, D plus X squared equals Why three? Well, when you use it for that end, 100%. In Varangia, it's stupid racism with gold filigree on paper. like very weird. But I always like making a sidereal from Varangia because it's like they escape it in a lot of respects. It's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Let's see. So we've got our birth sign and our exaltation sign, and I think that really makes sense for what we're doing. Next, we do attributes. Let's see. And so you get 8 points, 6 points, and 4 points across 9 attributes, 3 categories: physical, social, and mental. I weirdly think that social should be my primary, but I might spend freebies in mental. Let's see. So. Now the question is, should I do a higher perception or a higher wits? I think I'm gonna go perception then. What? I have freebie points I'll spend later. We'll find. We'll figure it out. Okay, so as a secrets, I receive 5 cast abilities. 1 second. I need to finish attributes. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, cool. Stamina 3, Strength 2, Dexterity 2, Charisma Manipulation 4, Appearance 3, Perception 4, Intelligence 2, Wits 3. Not bad. Not bad. So now I get 5 cast abilities based off my cast, which is secrets, so that gives me Investigation, Larceny, Lore, Occult, and Stealth. Investigation, Larceny, Lore, Occult, and Stealth. Now I pick 5 other abilities as favored. I think I'm going to take Throne because that comes from the Gull a little bit. I think I see this character using a sling of some sort. Let's see. We're going to go with Awareness, Integrity. So Throne, Integrity, Awareness. I get 2 more. Maybe some resistance? So I get. No, there's survival. Mm. Oh, I get 1 more. Sorry, I've done awareness, integrity, resistance, and throne. Now the question is, I like this ride idea, but do I go ride or survival? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go survival. I like that. All Sidereals treat martial arts as a cast ability. I've made a note of that. Sidereals are the premier martial artists of the Exalted setting. They have special access to Sidereal martial arts. With this character being a Ronin rather, I don't know how deep I'll go into martial arts, at least initially. I know I'll have. Oh yeah, 100%. Because I'm definitely going to go with some throne stuff. Um, I can't decide if I want like a boomerang or a sling, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so I also just like boomerangs because I'm a '90s kid and I can never get it to work. Or a technically '80s kid, but whatever. Sky cutters, 100%. Okay, so now we have 28 ability dots. Five of those have to go to at least one dot of my five favorite abilities, giving me 23 left to spend. So I'm just going to go ahead and spend those real quick. 6, 13, 14, 15, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20. Okay, I've got my ability points spent. That's awesome. I tend to be. How do you spend abilities, Griffin? I tend to be more like a well rounded and spread out spender. What? I mean, I mean, I'll min max a little bit with freebies, but when I spend my initial spread, I tend to like make like the character that I think like they would have grown into. So next I choose 4 specialties. I know my integrity specialty is in earnest. But I also think I want to have an awareness specialty, a lore specialty, and a throne specialty. Let's see. Lore specialty in the epics. And Avonlea loved literature and loved talking about it. So I think like having like this deep appreciation and love of the great stories of creation would be really interesting for this character. Awareness, I don't know. I don't know. I like to make mine a little bit more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, there's a better word for it though. You can get multiple specialties, Griffin. You're not wrong. I think I like my specialties be a little bit more lyrical. Um, I always have fun with that. It's a blast. Let's see. So an awareness, especially, I don't know. Well, I'll think about these and come back to it. I have 10 points in merits. Without me being Ronin, I don't. I do get the martial artist merit for free, so I'm just gonna make note of that. A little star next to it. 4 dots. Bada bing, bada boom. Um. Hmm. Oh, I need like my core book. We'll come back to you, Sidereals. Let's see. Merits for a Sidereal on the run. Well, Arcane Fate makes influence a little weird. I was thinking of a weapon actually. Mm-hmm. A scythe. Mm-mm. No, yeah, yeah. You're all good. You're all good. So I've gone. I get martial artist free. That's a 4 dot merit for free. Bam. I have Artifact 3 for my sling. Direction Sense, I thought was a brilliant idea. I took allies at level 3. I figure maybe it's some kind of Sidereal they might be in contact with, who's kind of letting them do their thing. Because that idea you mentioned earlier about, like, are you really, like, have you really escaped it? I took a dot in languages, so native tongue is flame. They also know river. And then I figured I'll take a hearthstone to put into the weapon. We'll decide hearthstone when I get there. Okay, so, but were there any Sidereal specific that I need to look at? Okay, it says it said most gods are a 3-dot ally, so it's probably a god that they're allied with. Oh, there are no really specific. Bam. Okay, cool. Right. But our character does not. Okay. See you later, Griffin. Just gonna hold off for just a moment while I get that. Cool. Okay, so here we are. Let's see. I'm like pondering a name. Let's see. Right now, I'm just gonna call the character Gable. I can't decide of a better name right now, to be honest. Let's see. So that's merits chosen. Next, we go to charms. Now I get 15 charms. Now I need to look at this a little bit because awareness charms deal with subterfuge and tracking. Could be cool. Integrity charms cover. Let's see. It doesn't say here. Interesting. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Investigation is with mobility, speed, and travel. I think we'll take some investigation charms. We're just going to stick to my system here. So let's see. So I have awareness, and I get 15 charms. So let's put one awareness charm. Let's see. Integrity is a pretty big ability for me. I might take 2. Integrity be 2 and 3. Investigation, I'll take a charm in that. That'll be 4. Larceny will be 5. Lore will be 6 and 7. That's about half my charms right there. Occult will do 1. It'll be 8. Resistance. We'll do a charm in that. That'll be 9. Stealth will be 10. Survival will be 11, 12, 13. Throne will be 14 and 15. So let's just go through and pick some charms, and then we'll do our... You know, I'm not going to buy any extra charms, so let's just do this. I want to raise my intelligence, so that's 4 points for that. That's 4. We get 15 bonus points. I want to raise my stamina, so that'll be 3 because it's tertiary, so that's 7. Let's see. I want to raise my willpower. 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to raise that by 2, so that's 4, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 4 points left. I'm just going to spend these on abilities. I'm going to just put them across favored abilities. Okay, cool. Essence begins at 1. Okay, so now we're going on to charms. And I'm not going to do intimacies tonight because it is 10:15 or 9:59. I only have about half an hour left, and I really like to custom tailor my intimacies to the game I'm in. So charms. Let's see. So we want to start with awareness. Awareness was secrets. Sorry, just looking for the page in here. There's also a thing here where you have maiden charms, and I think I'm going to avoid maiden charms for this character because they kind of bolted. Well, where is awareness? So, is awareness and endings? It is. I'm an idiot. Athletics, awareness, the crow. So, let's see. What does prior warning do? Wise choice or prior warning? I think I'm going to take wise choice. It lets me basically contemplate essence plus 1 options I have in a situation and my desired outcome. The storyteller will tell me which of those options would be the best for achieving that outcome in the short term, but it doesn't guarantee me benefit in the long term, which I think is hysterical. Let's see. Bureaucracy, integrity. So integrity is also an endings. I have 2 charms in that. My integrity is 4, so I'm pretty good on whatever I want. Ooh, I really like that one. Until Hope's End. It's a permanent charm, and it gives me bonuses to my resolve, I can lower willpower cost once per day for something. If I act in accordance with the hopeful intimacy, I add intimacy to my stamina, which is really cool. Determining how long you go without food and water and air. Yeah, we're gonna do until hope's end. Cool. Now let's see if there's a charm that keys off of that. Let's see, promise of tomorrow. Hmm. Dream sacrificing maneuver. When the Sidereal is targeted by an influence roll that exploits one of her enemies, she may sacrifice that intimacy completely to prevent the influence from leveraging it. So it basically lets you cut your intimacies out of yourself. Could be interesting. I actually like that. I like this. Dream sacrificing maneuver. I think maybe they learned that with having to uh um when they went on the run. Let's see, stealth. No. Lore. War. You know what? Why don't we make this easier on myself? Let's see. Arcane Fade. Charms. Here we go. So we're looking for investigation now. The key. So what is my investigation? My investigation is a 2. Let's see, efficient secretary technique. No. Maybe. Let's see who goes. Yeah, we'll do efficient secretary technique. So basically, I call a pattern spider, which is one of the spiders that watches over the Loom of Fate, which is what the Sidereals are meant to protect. And I can ask a question. Maybe this is how I got my ally. Maybe my ally is one of the pattern spiders. Let's see. So now we're going into larceny. The Guardians. And my larceny is a 2, and I have 1 larceny charm. Maiden. Maiden and the Pot escape. Yeah, we'll do that. It just makes things complicated for it. I can always succeed in unlocking a lock even if I fail, but my failure introduces a complication, which is very Anne of Green Gables. So now we're going on to lore. The treasure trove. Now this one's important to me because the treasure trove is my exaltation sign. Just make sure the stream is still going pretty well. Yeah, we're doing good. Not that I think anyone is watching me. My lore is 4. I think. Did I make it 4? No, integrity's 4. My lore is 3, which is still pretty good. But I have 2 lore charms. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do 3 lore charms. I think that makes more sense to me. I'm just fixing my sheet here. Let's see, 10. 12. 13. 11. Yeah. Stealth. Let's see. 10. Resistance. That'll be 9 for occult. Okay, cool. So I have 3 lore charms. I think we're gonna do avoiding the truth technique. People will just believe I'm lying no matter what I say when I use it. I can do systemic understanding of everything, which gives me free specialties when I use it, which feels appropriate. And let's see, we'll key. Let's see, what is the methodology of secrets? It lets me use other specialties for other abilities. I think that would be methodology of secrets. Cool. So now we go into occult. I only have 1 charm in that. I'm probably going to do something like Spirit Sight if I can get it. My occult is very low, though. Which I think makes sense for the character. The Sorcerer. Mark of Exaltation. That's definitely what I want to do. Because I want to... Although there isn't Sight Decorum... You know what? Let's drop Throne down to 1 charm. Because I kind of want both of those. $14, $13. That'll be 12. Okay, so we're going to do Insight Decorum and Mark of Exaltation. This allows me to see spirits as well as they'll have to hear me out. Now, the thing is, I want to take... I'm going to take a point out of my abilities and put it into the languages so I know Old Realm. I think I can justify this by they know Old Realm, which is the language of spirits in the old realm before the new realm, because they know the epics, and that's where they learned it. Cool. So now we're almost done. We're gonna do resistance. Let's see. So my resistance is 2. I can take Ox Body Technique for more health levels. Always good. Hmm. Now, if I raise resistance to 3 and drop a dot of ride, which I think I want to do. I think I'm going to do optimistic security practice. People that like me don't hurt me less. Maybe. Uh, yeah, optimistic security practice is the way to go. If I had more points, I would probably buy an Oxbody technique. But Oxbody technique, for those of you who don't know, gives you health levels. Let's see. So now stealth. The mask. What is my stealth? My stealth is 2. But I'm only taking 1 charm in it. I could take Legend Dimming Obscurity. That's a permanent charm. Characters automatically fail rolls against the Sidereals Arcane Fate unless they use magic or a major defining tie towards you. So you have to like really have magic, or you have to really, really know me for this. And I think I'm going to take Legend Dimming Obscurity. I think it fits for who they are, who Gable is. Survival. Survival. The ship's wheel. Let's see, what is my survival? My survival is 3. I'm taking 2 charms in it. Poetic Sacrifice Insurance. Sky Spirit Demand. Let's see. What does it do? A roll to instill a single spirit with an intimacy reflecting one of the Sidereals' goals to seize automatically in return. I think Sky Spirit Demand sounds really cool, and it ties into that idea of kindred spirits with Anne of Green Gables. And basically, I'm going to be picking up intimacies from spirits I meet all the time, which ties into the occult charms that let me see spirits, have them hear me out. But I'm also going to take Adopting the Untamed Face or Becoming the Wilderness. Or Poetic Sacrifice Insurance. The Sidereal can use this charm when she fails a roll with any ability against... No, I don't think that's right. I think Becoming the Wilderness makes the most sense. Kind of does what it says on the 10. So my last charm, and then we're going to be kind of done for the night, is Throne. And that is going to be the Gull. And I have 2 dots in Throne, so that gives me a couple options, maybe. Or not. Okay, so we need to do some fiddling here. Let's... Actually, I got it. Here we go. We're going to take Shadow Piercing Needle. The Sidereals attack ignores our enemy's soak and hardness. Instead, he's treated as having a soak of something else. So basically, it just cuts to the quick. Which Anne kind of did. But I think I am going to lower my willpower by 2, because I really want to add those back into abilities. So we're going to add that there. And we're going to... I do want to have a dot of ride. So there we go. Okay, so basically those are all my charms. Now it's just some like finishing touches up. Let's see, we have a star metal sling. And I have a basic Hearthstone. Let's see. So let's see. I have 25 plus, or so, determining my essence pool is 9 plus essence times 2. So that my essence is 1, so that's 11 personal motes. 25 plus 6 is 31. But I've committed probably about 5 with that sling. So that'll be 26. Get 7 health levels. Let's see. Do we have any Hearthstones in the book? Oh, I like this idea. It's a Savant's Lens. Any text viewed through this lenticular blue stone appears as if written in Old Realm script. Add an automatic success on rolls to decipher codes contained within the text and significant details about the writing. We also have the Gem of Midnight Omens. I think I'm going to go with Gem of Midnight Omens. So we're just going to call this character Gable. A little orphan from the Varangia city-states who has become a chosen of secrets and ran quickly away from his duties to heaven. A pattern spider watches over him pretty regularly. And sometimes guides him where to go. So I figured out my other specialties. My awareness specialty is in seeing portents. My integrity is in earnest. My lore is the epics. And my throne specialty is in cheap shots. I think that kind of fits. Let's see, we're going to make a notation of my ally as a pattern spider. We're going to call her Morella. We have a Hearthstone, which is noted. I have a Star Metal Sling. And that, my friends, is creating a Sidereal in a nutshell. Again, I will add intimacies if I ever get to play him. Other than that, that is it. It is 10:22. I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening. Thank you so much for joining me today. I was really happy to bring this back. We'll be back in a month. I think I'm going to try to do this the last Monday of every month, so that'll be around the 26th. Dave from our Power Rangers actual play will be joining me for that. I think we might revisit some 7th Sea, and we'll see you then. Have a wonderful day, and good night. Bye.